Hello, my friends. Welcome. I have a fun idea for tonight's painting, rather. I hope the light is good enough to do a video at night like this, but I think it is. I'm going to be doing a balloon smash wreath. Now, I've done one before, balloon smash. I did a video on this. I'll link it up above. It's pretty fun. Now, this background I spray painted in 3 different colors, and I'm really quite pleased with the way it came out. I wasn't at the time. If you watch the video, I wasn't very pleased, but actually it's turned out to be one of my favorite happy little paintings. I've actually made this the background on my phone. It's just so bright and happy. Anyway, this is kind of what we're doing today, but I'm using the leftovers from my the Dutch pour I did in Christmas colors the other day. So I've got 2 greens. I did mix up an additional green, a light tone. I've got 2 golds, a little bit left, and 2 reds. I'll do mostly greens. I'm going to just use the reds as accent. And then I mix up some white just in case. And my surface is a wooden round I got from Michael's. It's particle board, and it's got a hanger on it and everything. I thought about painting this, but I couldn't decide on the color, so I'm going to just leave it white and go ahead and do my wreath part, coming in about, 4 or 5 inches all the way in. And then if I don't like the way the white looks as the center, I can always let it dry and then come back and paint that area. But I'm going the easy way right now, and I think it might look wonderful. So, very, very simple. And oh, by the way, that blue one was done on a dry surface. You can do it on a wet surface, but if you want nice round smashes, it's much easier on a dry surface. So you'll want a balloon. I did not fully inflate it. It's a little on the soft side. And a bunch of paper towel to wipe off after you've dipped it a couple times. And your paint. Now the paint, as I said, these are leftovers from the Dutch pour, and they are kind of on the thick side because they sat around uncovered for a few days. And I think you want them thicker. That's my thinking anyway. So let's give it a try. I'm just going to randomly pour them out, and I'll show you several of them, different color combos, but then I'll probably speed it up because it's all done the same. Once you see it done, you'll know. It doesn't take that much, really. Let's go with the light green. This is a little thinner, because these other ones were made with Floetrol and the fluid paints, but the light green and the white were also made with the fluid paints, but with my polyacrylic mix, and it's a little thinner. So I added a dollop of glue to try to thicken it up, but I don't know how successful that was, but you could see that's thin because it's really spreading, but that's okay. A little gold. Maybe I'll go back to the dark green. And you can apply it in any number of ways. You can, drizzle it on. You can do nice little circles, but you shouldn't do that if you can avoid it. Although when I smash it out, it will cover that area. So here we go. Applying pretty good pressure. And lift. Isn't that pretty? Now I would, let me show you. I would go ahead and do a couple of, pushes with this, just so you're not wasting a bunch of paint. And we're going to be doing layers, covering it up, so probably you can get three layers out, and then I'm going to wipe off the excess and continue. I like that dark one. That's pretty. I'll have to remember how I did that. I think I started with the dark green, but I want to change it up. Every one I want a little different, so I'll start with a medium green this time. Maybe I started with the medium green last time. I don't know. I'm being kind of sloppy. I've dripped there, but my smashes are going to cover that up eventually. Let's go with this other gold. Oh yeah, I think this is just what I did there. Then I drizzled the dark, didn't I? I'll just drizzle this lighter of the two, the mid-tone one. And some mash. You can vary the pressure, and that will vary the, you know, the size of your circles. I like the dark. I'm going to have to be sure to utilize this dark color a lot. Ooh, I think I saw a lump of something there. Like I said, this has been sitting around a while. Maybe I'll do a little white and then gold. Why not? All right. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh. Well, I don't love that, although I do like the appearance of the white. It looks like a frost on a window. I need the dark for you know, contrast, so I don't hate it, but naturally this is much prettier. So let's just kind of fill in some areas here. That's just kind of fluff for what will go on top of it. Oh, this is the dark red. I think I'll stick with the greens for now. I may throw some red ones on top. Let me do a few of these. I don't need to be doing one at a time, right? And if you don't like one you've done, you can come back and dip over it with some of the other colors. I think the rounder you make your puddle, and that is not a good example, the nicer your circle will be. Let's see if I can round this one up a little bit. That helped some. start with the light one. Oh, that's pretty. That's a good one. What if I just do this? No, I want to see what that looks like. I clean most of it off. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. I need some of that dark over here. All right. Let me just go over that one. That's good. All right, I think I can, you get the gist. I'm going to speed this thing up and just keep going. Now I'm going to let it set up for a little bit. It's going to start to set up pretty quickly because it's a dry surface and a very thin application of paint. Then I'm going to take some of this red and make little tiny drops of it here and there for little berries. That's the plan anyway. So let me pause here, probably fiddle around with it a little bit more and until I'm happy with my center there. And I'll be back. Okay, my friends, well, it's the next day. It's pretty much dry, and I'm going to explain what I did, and then I'm going to do one final step, which I think will really make the piece. So I didn't care for the white center. So I mixed up some gold, some warm yellow and gold and white, and painted around there. It was okay. It was more what I wanted, but I felt it lacked dimension. So then I side loaded some burnt sienna, raw sienna, I can't remember, and painted just around the edges. And I like that more. But now with the next step I want to do, I need to bring it in further. So I started, and then I thought, oh, I'll just show you on video. So I have on my palette some burnt sienna. I think it's raw sienna, actually. And I'm side loading the brush, meaning I'm just putting paint on one half of it. Kind of feathers out to nothing. And so I've already done this section. And I'm just going to continue around to bring this shading more into the center. That's a little dry. I need to moisten the brush. And so just kind of go around the edges and then kind of slap it in towards the center. You don't, I don't need to be too neat on this because of the next step I'm going to do. It's going to cover much of that, but I do want some of it showing. And you can see that it just gives it a little dimension, I think. Okay, now the red berries, I poured these last night with my fluid paint, and they just spread out way too much. I didn't like the look of that at all, so I decided to let it dry, and then today I used it straight from the bottle. But I didn't pour it from the bottle. I put it in this little cup and still used my stick so I could drip perfect little circles. So I've done that, and this one is dry. When these are dry, I will add just a little touch of white with my fine paintbrush, just for a little highlight on those berries. And now, and I think, and if I were to do this again, I would probably paint the background. You wouldn't have to do the whole thing, but a good portion of the center. And then I would place a plate or something on there to give you a nice perfect circle. So you kind of have a guideline of how far you want to bring your, what are we calling these? Your balloon smashes, I guess, in. Because I'm a little lopsided. This is a little wider here than here. But the hanger is on that end, and I think I would attach a big fluffy bow to it so it would disguise that. I'm not unhappy with it, but it's not perfect. But now, the really fun part. All right, I'm going to take this same flat brush, clean that burnt sienna out of it. And I have mixed 3 shades of green. Can you see that? I think it's in the camera there. Yeah. 3 shades of green. And I'm going to use the flat edge. I wonder if I should get a bigger one. Yeah, I'm going to use a wider one. It doesn't matter. You could use either one. I'll use this one though. And I'm going to, well, I'll just show you. I can't explain it. I'll just show you. So I'm going to dip it in the green, maybe highlight a little bit. So I've got 2 colors on there. And now I'm going to try this to make it look yeah, I like it. So just kind of play around the different colors. And I would go into into your dips so it ties it together, not just on the edge. Just make it look a little more wreath-like. Sure to vary your color. I've kind of lost my dark there. But look how fast this is. And I think it's effective. I like it. I have to say I like it because it's too late to take it off now. But like with, or you could do each color separately and do maybe 3 layers instead of double loading your brush. Have them crisscross a little bit. You don't want it to just be straight lines. I think it's cute. It's more dark though. And this side needs more light. Like I said, go in, take it back so it kind of marries the two techniques. Watch your berries. Okay, and you can also, that'll also help reshape the center if you're a little off balance there. Okay. Oh my goodness, I think my Christmas tree has just arrived. Okay, my friends, I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope you like this. Let me just lift it up for you, show you. And I think it's going to be quite a fun piece to hang somewhere. Okay, thanks for watching, my friends. See you next time.